Yo, what's up everybody? How's it going? The new Dota hero Ringmaster finally got released. It's been 600 years since the hero was announced, and then Valve just randomly drops him on a Friday without giving any notice ahead of time. Classic. So let's have a look at Ringmaster, let's see how he works, and let's see what we can do with him. Now we're playing Boosted today, which is of course made by Dr. Teaspoon, and that's because I've already tried playing Ringmaster in a more normal environment, and I have to say this hero is ass. This hero sucks. It's just not... I don't know. I don't think he's good. He seems kind of bad. I was surviving really long in late game teamfights because nobody felt that I was worthy of killing. So that's not a great sign. Anyway, let's get ourselves into the game. Instead of dealing with a terrible hero, what we're gonna do today is we're gonna just fix it. We're just gonna make the hero good. We'll do it ourselves by boosting Ringmaster. So, what does Ringmaster do? Well, Ringmaster has a couple of abilities. Surprise, surprise. First off, we got Tame the Beasts. With Tame the Beasts, we get out our whip and we whip the floor. Which, wow, wait a second, that's a lot of... Oh my god, why are there so many upgrades? Okay, so that's interesting. We have a lot of upgrades. Let's go with this. That seems like a good starting point. We have Tame the Beast, we whip the floor. And the longer we wind up our whip, the more damage it does. But also the radius becomes smaller. It also fears opponents briefly, forcing them to run away from us. There seems to be some sort of situation. I'm coming in. I'll see if I can help out a bit. This ability is actually pretty nice during the laning stage because it does pretty good damage at level 1 and its cast range isn't awful, and it's got like a decent AoE, and you know, like while people don't have boots yet, while they're not really that fast and while they're trying to last it, you can actually land this pretty regularly. Oh my god, I have so many upgrades. Okay, don't worry about it, we'll get to that as we get to it, right? We can explain actually. Let me actually talk about that first. So why does this hero have so many upgrades? That's because of our Innate Dog Carnival Barker. Is that how you say that? I don't know if that's how you say it. Probably not. Point being, we have an Innate. What the Innate does is every time a hero dies, an enemy hero dies in a radius around us, we get one of 3 souvenirs. These souvenirs have unique effects, where this one summons an illusion, this one gives strength, which can effectively act as healing, and this one moves us forward for a little bit. And we can store a multitude of these, so we aren't limited to just the handful of souvenirs that we've got. We can, oh, my guy's kind of stuck a little bit. But we can get a whole bunch of these stored up, which is nice, and then we use them during a team fight. But it does have a cooldown, so it's not completely free. Alright, smack. Next ability, we've got Impalement Arts. This is probably this hero's best ability, so it's a little weird. The way it works is we throw this thing, and if it hits somebody, it slows them, and then it does this dagger, which deals damage over time. What's really nice about this spell is that it's got enormous range. Enormous! 2,400 cast range. So it's really, really long range. And that's great because it allows us to just poke people with it from very far away. And what else do we have here? Wait, I gotta figure out some of this stuff. I need to manage my... Let's get some speed on this dagger. Let's make it better. Max health damage per second. Very good. Now, it usually lasts for 5 seconds and deals 5% max health damage, which, if you're me, you would look at that and go like, wait a second, 25% max health damage? That seems insane. That seems super good. And yeah, it does. But then when you play it, it's actually kind of disappointing. Weirdly, it doesn't do that much. I'm not entirely sure why. I'm not entirely sure why that is. It just doesn't feel impactful. I guess it's because it's like a damage over time thing. That might be the issue. But yeah, doesn't feel that good. Doesn't feel that strong. But that's okay. We'll just make it good ourselves. We have upgraded it a bunch already. And you can see it is poking for some serious damage. Nice. Okay. little bit of a fear. Gotta be careful. Another one of these. I'm out of mana. Oh no. Oh dear. Okay, I'm dead. That's a shame. Kind of got close. Then we have Wheel of Wonder, which we'll see in a moment. Well, I guess I'll get this. Oh no, it doesn't really matter. Oh nice. I keep getting max health damage per second. I mean, that's a great one to level up. We can get quite a lot of value out of that. Now we do need to hit this, which is kind of the tricky part. But yeah, we got the Wheel of Wonder. The Wheel of Wonder summons a giant fucking wheel. Look at this thing. And then if somebody looks at it, they get taunted into it. Unfortunately, this guy didn't look into it. But it deals damage per second in an AoE. It explodes if somebody gets taunted into it, then it explodes after a little while. Or if instead the timer on it runs out. It has a timer. If the timer runs out, then it also explodes. And that's like just a good amount of damage it deals that way. Although I've yet again felt like it wasn't actually that impactful. Although in a way it is kind of a bad Ravage or a bad Winter Wyvern Ultimate. And to be honest, those abilities are so good that bad versions of them are probably still fine. So you know, I don't know. Let's get this. Then duration on this seems good. Yeah, let's get some duration on this. And then we can get aura damage per second, dagger speed. Let's make the dagger even quicker. And I'm just kind of like upgrading the dagger, to be honest. Make it so this thing is super easy to hit. Oh, look at that. Now that's a precise dagger. Switch Doctor's not having a great time getting poked by these, but now I'm out of mana again. Gotta do something about that. Maybe pick up some mana boots really quick. We can get ourselves Escape Act now. Escape Act is a pretty powerful ability, to be honest. So Escape Act, I think, is just a very strong spell. It's similar to something like Grimstrokes. Forgot the name of it. The ink thing. Anyway, what this does is it turns you into a box. You are untargetable during it. You have increased magic resistance, status resistance. You're just kind of difficult to do anything harmful to. Right? You just become a little bit immune to stuff. And then, after you either leave the radius or the timer runs out, you come out of the box again. There's no damage or anything like that. It's just a pure protection effect. But to be honest, those kinds of protection effects tend to be very powerful. So I actually think it's a pretty solid ability. Now let's get this kind of thing. Hello there. Just poking a little bit. Oh, unfortunately, we gotta turn you around. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Good. I'm poking. I'm poking. I'm poking. One more. Nice. I think that should do it. We traded kills at the very least. So, let's get this. Level this up some more. Turns us into a little box. We bounce around. We have some bonus magic resistance. We have some slow resistance and bonus movement speed. Yeah, it just kind of like protects you a bit. Tick Interval. It's always a good one to lower that one. It's very powerful. More range on the dagger. Maximum damage. That seems good. Let's make Tame the Beasts be powerful. This hero's, by the way, this hero's default guide has an Aghanim Scepter in it, but this hero does not have an Aghanim Scepter, which I think is really annoying. I know it doesn't really matter that much, but I just... Come on, Valve. Is that really asking for too much? That the default guide of a hero like has an ability that actually does something? Or has an item that actually does something? I don't really think so. Oh no. Whip! Get whipped, nerd! Are we dead? Alright, I'm gonna go into my box. I mean, I am probably dead. I'm gonna try to TP out, I guess. Seems like we're okay. Dagger Reed. What else can we get? Maximum damage. That seems good. Just max this out. Impalement Arts penetrates one target. That's good. Again, I like the Impalement Arts. It's got a lot of cast range. So, in terms of like positives I can say about this hero, things that I like about this hero, he's pretty fun to play because honestly, Escape Act is one of those abilities where you just kind of get 1 point into it, if that. Like if you don't need it, then you can just skip it and you just get a point into it whenever it becomes relevant. Because really, 1 point into it is fine for the early and mid game. And then you just level up Impalement Arts and Tame the Beasts. And honestly, you just kind of like have a lot of damage. And that's nice. You just have a bunch of nukes that you can throw around. You poke people from really far away. You just do some damage and that's really handy. Let me do this and summon an illusion. I like these illusions. They're funny because they're imperfect. So they look like a little funky and that's cool. Oh, I just like that. I think that's neat. Let's go increase the timer duration. That seems good. So now this should be a fairly long stun. We'll see. I think Bristleback already has this kill. Don't even need me. Don't even need me. Whoopee cushion. Yeah. And honestly, just using Impalement Arts and Tame the Beasts to poke at people from a distance and fight in the early game, that's fun, that's satisfying. This is also just a decent ability, and you can throw this from a really far distance away to try and trap people. However, unfortunately, it's difficult to get the taunt. That's just hard to do. Also, well, it's working pretty well right now. Nice. That's just kind of difficult to do. It's not that straightforward to land the taunt. Even though, of course, we can use Tame the Beasts to knock people into it, it's just still difficult. It's unreliable. So the ultimate, as impressive as it may seem, I think oftentimes just feels a little lacking, which is unfortunate. And then this right here, this is our Aghanim's shard. It summons this spotlight, gives vision, gives enemies, gives true sight, gives enemies mischance, and deals damage to illusions. That's a pretty neat ability, but it's very niche. It's mostly good against illusions. Other than that, it just doesn't do that much. And normally, with Tame the Beasts and Impalement Arts, as much as they're good in the early game, late game you just end up with 2 nukes that are not dealing enough damage. Like, that's been my experience, where I'm just kind of like, I have these 2 nukes, and like, they're okay, they're fine. But really, Impalement Arts, it is much weaker than you initially expect. Or maybe that's just me, maybe it's just much weaker than I initially expected, but yeah. Although it is absolutely wrecking shit right now. Got him. Did that land? I'm not sure. It did. Let's go. That is actually sick. Pick these up. This hero is very clearly 100% as support. And I think a position 5 support at that. Like, I wouldn't ever play this hero as a core of any capacity. There's just not really enough late game damage. There's no scaling whatsoever. Nothing. Not even in the talents, there's no scaling. This hero does not have any late game potential. Which I think is actually a huge problem. So in modern Dota... Ooh, we can increase that. That seems kind of fun. In modern Dota, even supports kind of want to scale into the late game. It's actually not just something that cores need to do. Everybody needs to scale into the late game. Whip. Oh, I missed that. It's okay, you should be dead. You should be dead. Come here. We can get extra wheel radius. Yeah, by the way, I don't think I've shown this off yet. Is that enough? Now, this is really how I think Val should have balanced the hero. I have done it. I have fixed this hero. He is now fair and balanced. This does 25% maximum health damage per tick. Much nicer, much better. I don't think anybody would complain if that's how the hero worked by default. One thing I do have to say though is I think it's just, my guys, Valve, we waited a year and a half for this shit. It's been a year and a half since the last hero came out. It's been a year since this hero was announced. And I'm not saying this hero is, you know, horrible. I don't think he's great. But friends, you're just gonna drop him randomly on a Friday in this half-baked state. He doesn't have facets. He doesn't have an Aghanim Scepter. What's up with that? Come on. Is that the right way to go? I don't know. Maybe it's just me who thinks that's a little bit whack. It would be nice to have some drama, is what I'm saying. For a hero like Ringmaster, Dad, look at this guy. He's like a whole circus man. Where's the circus, Valve? Where's the circus? Poke. Dead? Oh no. Well, that's going pretty well. I just wish there was a bit more bravado. I just wish there was something that was a bit more exciting here. And it wasn't just like, hey, here's the new hero that we promised you a year ago. It almost feels like an obligation, less than something exciting that is happening. Got him. Duration on this goes up. Oh, I found somebody. Dead? Got him. Nice. Oh yes, I titled the stream Ring Hamster because I was writing Ringmaster, but then I wrote Ring Amster, and I'm like, well, I guess we're leaning into that. I would be very excited about Ring Hamster. I mean, that sounds sick. Hello. Join the circus, friends. Oh wow, this has actually worked. They did join the circus. Get smacked. Look, this just doesn't do any damage. Arrgh. Even in boosted, it doesn't do any damage. Alright. We should probably give them a bit of a chance to come back. Dagger vision. Duration. Max health as damage. Well, maybe we just put them out of their misery. That might actually be the more generous thing to do at the moment. Is one of these just enough? Yeah. One of these is just enough. That's crazy. I mean, I guess it's not that crazy if you think about what we upgraded and how we upgraded it. It's not that crazy, but it's still impressive. No druid without the bear. Just the lonest of druids. You know, the EQR combo. You mean casting the ultimate, hitting a slow, and then trying to whip people into it. I've seen a lot of people bring this up. That you can use the Tame the Beasts to whip people into the Wheel of Wonder. And while in theory, yes, that is possible. But in practice, look at this situation. I can't whip anybody here, because they are beyond this point. And of course, you can try to avoid situations like that, but that's not particularly realistic. In a real setting, in a real game setting, you will have scenarios where you don't have access to that kind of perfect positioning. Oh, I'm dead. Sometimes you will just have to use the ultimate to get it done. And then if people are just kind of like walking around it, it doesn't do anything. You can't whip them into it. The only time you can whip people into the ultimate is if they are standing between you and the ultimate. In any other scenario, it does not work. You have no further possibility of forcing people into it. And while sure, those scenarios are possible, we can intentionally cast Wheel of Wonder behind our target to enable the whip. That's not necessarily the best ultimate then, is it? I mean, just compare that to something like Ravage. Okay, maybe not fair because Ravage is one of the best ultimates in the game, right? So let's compare it to something else. Let's compare it to Winter Wyvern's ultimate. That's not that crazy of a comparison. God damn it, I do too much damage. That's not that crazy. And even there, like, it just falls really short. Like, really, really short. Now, if you have a good team that can combo with it, I can see the possibilities there. But the problem with anything like that this is something I think is always really important to keep in mind. Are there ways this hero could be made viable? Are there ways that you could set it up so that the things that we're trying to do will function? Yes, always. That is always the case. We can invest a lot of effort to make things happen. That isn't impossible. But the problem is that if you have to invest a lot of effort to make things happen, there are other heroes that don't need that. There are other heroes that can just do the thing immediately. And then the question is, why pick Ringmaster over those other characters? And the answer to that question is this. This box is the answer. Why would you pick Ringmaster? It's for this stupid box, because you have a carry that really, really needs to be protected, and Ringmaster is actually pretty amazing at doing precisely that. There are not a lot of heroes that can do as good of a job at protecting somebody as Ringmaster can. But is that enough? I am not confident.
The enemy's middle tower has fallen. I renew my vocation.
But we'll see. I don't know if the hero will be enabled at TI, but I'm looking forward to seeing if he is, then I'm looking forward to seeing if he gets picked. To be honest, I would be a bit surprised, but I have been wrong before. And ultimately, I am not the best person to ask balanced questions to. There's a very distinct chance that the hero is actually just fine. Could be. Personally, not my favorite, I have to say. And I'm not particularly happy about how well released them. Just like,
potatoes and tomatoes.
like guys, sorry.
GL.
Like, it felt a little bit there, just like, ah, shit, we forgot. There was a hero we had to get out. Oh, God, okay. Well, I guess here it is. Leave us the fuck alone. Hey, Dragal version 3. Thanks for the 2 months. Appreciate it. It felt a little bit like they were just like, ah, whatever, just take him. Oh, also, here's the compendium, which I think is interesting too. So remember how I said, wait, give me one moment. I need to look something up. 2023 compendium Dota 2. Could you get, for the 2023 compendium, could you get the physical edges? Yes, okay, alright. Alright, okay, so that's nothing new then. So, yeah, I mean, I think TI prize pools are dead. There's nothing in there. Nothing crazy really. I was hoping that they would put at least something into this, but there's really just nothing there, is there? Wow. That's kind of disappointing. It's been out for a day, and I have 2 people on my friends list that are level 50 and nothing else. Oh my god, friends, that's actually so bad. For my entire Dota life, compendium comes out, I check my friends list, people are level 1000. Immediately. That's always been my experience. And now there are only 2 people that even bought the thing? That's not. I don't know. Okay, alright, that's a bit. Well, that's Ringmaster for you, my friends. We balanced him. Ish. Not really. We didn't really balance him. Whatever. We played Ringmaster. Don't expect more. Okay, the hero is. I don't like him. I think he's a fine support. Look, I might just not be the target audience for him. He's just kind of not my style of hero. Because no, I like Primal Beast. Give me Primal Beast too. Frankly speaking, if World of Dota gets to have 2 anti-mages, then I think I deserve to have 2 Primal Beasts. I don't think I'm being unreasonable there. Just saying, give me give me a second Primal Beast. Where's the shit? Don't give me this garbage. Anyway, yeah, he's a support. He's fine. You throw daggers at people. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'll see you guys tomorrow.